How does police brutality affect society's view on racism? Police brutality affects society's view on racism because whenever we hear about police brutality, it's mainly African Americans that lose their life to a white officer. Because of this, society has grown to fear and resent the law enforcement. Police brutality not only affects the person in the situation, but it also affects either witnesses and anyone who has watched a video of this incident occur. Of course, the person in the situation is traumatized, but as a society, it reminds us that this can happen to any of us, and you are at a higher risk if you are colored. For the people that witness it or watch the videos, watching the people that are supposed to protect us hurt us because of the color of our skin will only continue to damage perceptions of law enforcement and further stereotype people of color negatively. In a study published in the American Journal of Public Health, the authors reported that 85% of the participants reported being stopped at least once in their lifetime, and 78% had no history of criminal activity. People who have reported a more serious interaction with the police, rather than being stopped, have reported that they experience increased trauma and anxiety symptoms, in some cases even mild PTSD. Referring to data found by Mapping Police Violence, African Americans are 3 times more likely to be killed by an officer than a white person. 30% of the people who lost their lives due to police brutality were unarmed. For the other 70%, it was unknown if they were unarmed or not. People try to argue that the victim should have complied with the direction given, or shouldn't have moved too quickly, or shouldn't have worn a hoodie in the dark. There is no solid counter-argument. It is mainly based on what the victim did wrong. When it's a police officer's word against a black person's word, society is going to take the police officer because black people are painted negatively in society. So if the police officer said that they felt scared for their life, society will most likely believe them. Because we saw police brutality happening so much and occurring on the news, it makes us feel like this has just started and something has to be done. The truth is, police brutality is not new. Social media is just finally shedding some light on it. According to Injustice Today, until 2014 when police killed Eric Garner and Mike Brown and John Crawford and Tamir Rice, most stories of police brutality lived in the shadows. The officers who have shot and killed an African American often get a paid leave, but face no jail time even though they have committed a crime. If the police officers faced some real consequences and didn't think they could get away with it, the rates of police brutality would probably decrease. This solution might work because if a random citizen was to shoot another person, they would face jail time. It is the mere fact that they are a police officer that they can get away with it. It's almost as if all officers of law enforcement are above the law. If you show them that they are not, and treat them like any citizen would be treated, they might think twice before they pull the trigger. I also think that when training police officers, you shouldn't train them to shoot when they feel like their life is being threatened. That is a part of the job that they signed up for. They should only pull the trigger when the firearm is visible, not what they thought was a firearm.